Morning world, it's about 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday the 14th of October 2020. Mercury went retrograde about 6 hours ago. Now the moon's in Virgo, but with Mercury finally going retrograde. I know it sounds weird, I shouldn't celebrate Mercury being retrograde, but it seems to me that in this last week, as Mercury's been standing still and getting ready to go retrograde, there's been so much, not just uncertainty and confusion, but also irritation and impatience in the world. And now Mercury's actually going retrograde in a weird way. Perhaps we'll see, it's like a plug being pulled, it's like a dam breaking. And now we'll start seeing things beginning to resolve themselves, I hope. This doesn't mean we're going to get clarity or confusion, because you don't while Mercury's retrograde, but it does mean that now things will start flowing, if they're kind of flowing backwards. So let's just see how developments evolve over the coming few days. But I do expect a degree of flowing. It doesn't mean there'll be answers, but at least things are going to be moving as opposed to being stuck in a null zone. Add to this that today the sun in the sky is opposite Mars, or it was opposite Mars a couple of hours ago. And it is, both of them are squaring Pluto. The sun will be precisely squaring Pluto tomorrow. Mars was precisely squaring Pluto a couple of days ago. So this T-square in the sky of Mars in Libra, of the sun in Libra, opposite retrograde Mars in Aries, both square Pluto in Capricorn, has been so strong in the last 2 or 3 days. And of course, this is the basic framework of the big new moon, which is imminent. The new moon itself is at 8:32 in the evening UK time, the day after tomorrow on Friday. But with the sun opposite Mars, the moon coming up to oppose Mars, and both of them going to be squaring not only Pluto but also Saturn as well over the next 2 to 3 days, and Mars in the sky squaring Pluto, and by a lesser extent both Jupiter and Saturn, it seems to be right in the eye of the storm, right on that tipping point. And I've been waiting for this one for years. And I'm not excited by it. I'm not exactly scared by it. I'm certainly nervous. And there's a sense of both trepidation and anticipation. Now the moon, as we speak, is in Virgo. And it's going to stay in Virgo all day today and much of tomorrow. There will be a void moon. What is it? A brief one, a 7-hour void moon. Day after tomorrow, but that's relatively minor. And then the moon moves into Libra on the 15th. In fact, that void moon will be later today, incidentally. I got that wrong. I don't normally comment on this these days, but just so that you're aware, later today there will be a void moon, and this starts at about 10 minutes to midnight UK time until 5 to 7 in the morning, tomorrow morning UK time, minus the time zones, or add the time zones from where you are. So that 7-hour period when the moon's at the end of Virgo is going to be a little bit confusing, a little bit messy. The moon will move into Libra about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning UK time, and then it really is the final run-up. It's like the gantries have been withdrawn, the fuel lines have been disconnected, everyone's strapped in, and we're getting ready for launch, or implosion, or explosion, or movement in some shape or form with that new moon. So you can expect over the next 48 hours such a degree of rhetoric, of bluster, and of people doing knee-jerk reactions. There's no sense of subtlety, tact, or diplomacy around this. It's a time where the headless chickens are running the roost. And it's not going to be, really, until we're into Saturday morning that we're going to start seeing things begin to calm down. I will be giving a big sigh of relief come Saturday morning when I wake up and think, okay, that's over, what's next? And you know, once we're into the end of this month, well, maybe not, once we're into the start of November, then I'm really going to start looking at the big thing that I haven't mentioned at all yet. Jupiter and Saturn moving together into Aquarius just before solstice. That's a massive thing. But I'm not focusing on that now. I'm looking at what's going on in the world and how things are going to likely become far more focused, concentrated, reaching some type of homeopathic laser point in the next few days. It's getting incredibly sharp, acute, and there's going to be some idiots out there just making things far worse than they need to be. So for yourselves, just in the next few days, chill. You know it makes sense. Catch you tomorrow, I hope. Bye.